I'll be back.
Was it a no-brainer for both of you to come back, or did you have to think about it? Did Jim have to sort of persuade you? How did that all come together?
Well, for me, it was a no-brainer after I heard the story from Jim Cameron, what he wants to create in the next Terminator. And when he told me that he wants to bring back Linda Hamilton, I said, I'm in. That is really a great concept. And so for her, it's maybe a different story.
Quite the different story. Nobody convinces me of anything. I do all my thinking on my own. So there's no amount of pressure that could bring me back if I weren't ready and fully embracing it. It was not a no-brainer. I spent 6 weeks thinking about whether I wanted to do it or not. With a vague outline of the story, which was intriguing, but really there were just so many reasons to be afraid of coming back. I basically did not want to let Sarah Connor down, and I wasn't sure that I could do what I had done before, and I didn't want to be a clone of what I was 28 years ago, because that would be unreasonable and inauthentic. But I wanted to be able to come in with a new approach, because otherwise it would be the same old with diminished returns. So it was the passage of time, ultimately, that convinced me I had 28 years to fill in for myself, and definitely Sarah's going to be different, even if her situation had not changed, but it has. But even had it not, 28 years is going to take its toll on someone, and I was interested in exploring that.
She was such a groundbreaking character then. What does she mean now in 2019?
She's worse off than she was when you last saw her, with a glimmer of hope about humanity. And that's the way, she drove off into the last version of the future, hoping that having killed Skynet, she's killed what's coming. But ultimately, that collapses almost immediately. There is no John. There is no mission. Who is Sarah Connor without her mission? So she's in a dark, lonely place and out for vengeance, and that's the way we meet her at the beginning of the film.
Arnold, for you, this is a different version of the T-800, without getting into too much detail, but what was your reaction to this idea of how to play him this time?
I think that whenever Jim Cameron is involved, you see an evolution in the Terminator. In the first one, it's very clearly a machine that crushes anything and kills anything that is on its way and is on a mission to kill Linda and to kill, everything else. And in the second one, he becomes a protector. So that was a nice spin, a nice twist. And in this one, he is a killing machine, programmed to kill. But he has been around human beings long enough that he grows a conscience, and he starts, making certain decisions himself. And so that is a whole other kind of a twist and evolution.